Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I was supposed to be putting up videos every week since my last video. 2 months later I'm here, but guess what, we haven't been consistent. I say we, but I mean me. I haven't been consistent, but guess what, consistency is about to begin. And please guys, hold me accountable in the comments, like where you at, B? Like where's the videos at? Because I'm going to be giving you the source. All right guys, so please make sure you have subscribed, click the subscribe button, make sure you like this video if you like what you see. I will put all the necessary links inside the bottom of the video, but let's go. So today's topic is, what is Hex? Okay guys, so anybody that follows me on social media knows that I love me a bit of Hex, and there is lots of controversy around Hex. So I like that controversy. We gonna get into it. What is Hex? So as a disclaimer, nothing I'm saying should be classed as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Sorry, I'm not qualified. But all I'm doing is giving information, talking about the things that I'm doing. And if you choose to have an interest in it too, go and do further research before you make any investments or do anything that I'm talking about, okay? But if I mess up my own life, and God. But yeah, let's go. So what is Hex? So everybody knows that I've gotten into crypto. I've started doing more long-term investments. So rather than jumping on the bandwagon of all of the meme coins, different things that people are running around, and then some people are losing their money, some people don't make it. Like, I don't like all of that. I'm thinking of the long term. So I don't mind being broke now if I'm going to be having the P's in 5 years, 10 years, we good. So I'm making hopefully all the right decisions in regards to investments. So one of my investments that I have and I have been going hard on is Hex. Hex is a cryptocurrency. So Hex is the first blockchain certificate of deposit. You're like, what the fuck? What is that? Like, girl, can you speak English? Don't worry, I got certificate. So a certificate of deposit is just like if you had like an ISA account, an account that is time-based. So you can't touch the money for 2 years or 5 years or however long. And for that time, every year or every day or whatever that bank's time scale is, you get interest on the money that you've put in that account. So if you've put $5 grand in an account, the bank may say, usually they say potentially under 2% a day, maybe like 1% a day, you would get interest on that money. And then after the 2-3 years or however long you've locked in for, you'll be able to keep the interest and get your money. So a lot of people turn to certificate of deposits in regards to the bank. But what you have to understand is, when we think about the banking system, we've got the big bonuses that go to the big banking bosses. You've got the bank fees, different things like that. So those actually affect how much money you can actually get on your return. So obviously the world is changing and crypto is the future. So this is the first of its kind. Basically, it's a certificate of deposit. So you lock in your money and you gain interest daily. So unlike a bank, which will potentially give you 1 to 2% a day, Hex pays up to 40% a day, depending on how long you've locked your money in and depending on how much you've locked in. So the more you lock in and the longer you lock it in, the more interest you can earn. So Hex has taken the concept of certificates of deposits and they've made it decentralized. So taking out the big rich banker that's eating off all of us. So now Hex, you do not have to stake. So locking in your money using the certificate of deposit is optional. So you can have liquid Hex, which means the Hex is just free. You can move it, you can sell it, you can buy it, you can do whatever and have that in your wallet. Or you can stake it, which is saving it, like locking it in. So you can stake between 1 and 5,555 days. 5,555 days. So 5,555 days is 15 years. Or you can do it for 1 day. So it's not by force. It's not some type of scheme where everyone has to lock in their money. You can have liquid Hex, but if you want to get the daily interest, you stake. By staking your tokens, Hex makes you the bank. So those big bank bonuses that the bankers are getting, etc., that's going to be basically your 40%. You know, if you look at comparison of a 1% return daily to a 30 to 40% return daily, you could be getting that if the rest of the percentage wasn't going to the bankers, if that makes sense. So as I said, it's not by force to stake your Hex, but if you do have Hex, you will also see a return because the price of Hex continuously goes up. The more people that are staking and the more people that are, you know, buying Hex, etc., using a certificate of deposit, the more the value of Hex goes up. So either way, you're going to see a return, but you'll see more of a return if you stake. So that's where the incentive is. So Hex have an accessible chart that you can actually see all the stakes. So you can see who is buying and staking and how long they've staked for, when their stakes are going to end. So then you can actually start to plan your stakes around those like big events, because there are whales. As if anybody doesn't know what whale means, it means someone that has a lot of money. They're the big chinchilla in the sea, you know. So the whales will, you know, buy millions of dollars worth of Hex, and they may stake it for a month. So you know that millions of dollars has gone in. Wow. But for 30 days, you know, in 30 days time, that $1 million potentially can move out of the ecosystem. So you can plan things around. So Hex stakers, they can make more interest if, say, someone stakes and ends their stake early. So just like an ISA account, because I've got an ISA account, if I open up my ISA early, not only do I lose all of the interest that I've made, but if I've put like $1,000 in there, I'm going to leave with maybe 800. I'm going to leave with less than I came in with, and I'm going to lose all the interest. So I could have had that account open for 3 years, and it was a 4-year account. I decided I needed that money. The interest worked out to be, I made $4,000, and now I've lost all that interest, and I've also lost a couple of hundred of the money that I put in. So that's exactly how Hex works. If you end your stake early, you will lose all the interest, and you probably leave with less than you put in. So Hex stakers who are in the stake and are getting their daily interest, they are rewarded when people end their stakes early. That interest is divvied out between the stakers, and when people end their stakes late. So if you end your stake too late, if you forget, oh crap, I didn't even take my money, there is a penalization stage where every day that you haven't ended your stake, you're charged. So you want to make sure that you keep your dates, and you end your stakes when they're supposed to, because then you will be penalized. And I ain't complaining, because the other stakers, it gets divvied up between our interests. So don't mind, as long as it's not me. So as I said, Hex, it's not by force to stake. You will see a higher return if you do stake. The more you stake and the longer you stake, the more interest and higher return you're going to get, and that's that's the incentive of the whole kind of project. But you do not need to. So I personally, I have liquid Hex and I have staked Hex. So my liquid Hex is what I use when I'm moving things around, maybe buying, selling, doing different things. And my staked Hex is just there, and I'm watching it grow daily, and just counting down till my stakes end. So yeah, that is Hex. Hex, that's the easiest way that I can really explain Hex. You'll find lots of videos which have like a lot of complex, even me as a Hexican, I watch some of these videos and I'm like, what? Wait, what? So my videos is literally going to be short, direct, and very easy to digest. So if you want to know more about Hex, more in-depth things, then definitely let me know and I will get onto it. But that is it in a nutshell. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, guys, make sure that you press the like button if you liked this information. As I said, it's not financial advice. I'm a Hexican. I do have stakes. I do hold Hex. I feel like it's an amazing project. It's got an amazing community behind it. It's got an amazing creator. You know, there is so much wealth and knowledge within the Hex community that it is definitely a place that I literally feel that my money is safe, and I know for myself that this is one of the best investments I've made. So definitely, if you do want more info, hit me up, let's talk. I'm not giving financial advice, but I can, you know, give you the knowledge that I have and direct you in the right places to gain more knowledge. Okay, guys? But peace out. Love ya.